After working for Marvel Comics, Upper Deck, and ProWrestling Tees, Julio Guerra wanted to combine his love of art and music in his first published work, Book of Voices. In a recent exhibit at Substation 9, Julio showcased those voices and how their words have shaped his life.
I wanted to show people that I'm not only like a cartoonist or illustrator, but I'm also like trained in traditional art. I wanted to show off that one side I've never really showed off before. Music's been around me my whole life. I've been in bands and all kinds of stuff like that. So I wanted to marriage the two. The exhibit that went up is called Gallery of Voices, which is a gallery show of a book I published like a year ago called Book of Voices. So it's basically a collection of lyricists from different genres, different eras of music that basically touched me and affected me or pulled me out of situations which I want to share and just expose. We always see the finished product where it's polished and nice and clean and presented to the general public. But the thing I really get intrigued with is like the pencils, because there's so much detail in pencils and everything, and sometimes you get the coloring and the inking, you lose that sometimes. Artists are always perfectionists, so it's always got to be like that certain shade or, or they fight themselves. This one I was just like, I just want it to be raw, because music's raw. When you bare your soul to someone, you're being imperfect. You're just letting it all loose. You don't care what's happening or anything. So this being like my first sketchbook being published, I was just like, I want this to be as raw as possible. I knew right away two of them were going to be heavy on lyrics, which is Jamey Jasta from Hatebreed and Corey Taylor of Slipknot. Those are all my go-to, regardless if I'm like in a really upset mood or I need to be motivated again, inspired, or I'm like super depressed. For those two, I wanted to share what those like really meant to me, like the lyrics, because a lot of people automatically go with what they see up front. Like they read the book by the cover right away. So if you hear a band called Hatebreed, you're not gonna know that it's all about inspiration, finding yourself, loving your family, knowing that you got back up. And Slipknot, right away, everyone goes, oh, Slipknot, the masks, the whole nine. But there was like one lyric on there that like really, really impacted me, and I wanted to make sure it was on there. It was like, give me a minute and I'll change your mind, give me a bullet and I'll change your life. After hearing that one lyric, I went back and started listening to the older stuff and like newer stuff, and I was like, man, he really hits home, or like these little like sentimental things or these like super deep things that are like, man, that's true if you think about it. There might be some people who are like, why is that so small, and get more intrigued into it and then see the splits and I'll go from there and then actually read his lyrics and let that speak for the piece. The Killer Mike one, basically in short, it's like all this stuff is going on. The world's ending, but I look onto my side and I see that my best friend's with me and I just smile. And I feel like that sometimes like the world is coming down on us, and us being creatives, it's like we're the hardest critic and we just want to give up. But then I remember I can call my buddy Adam, I can call Miller, I can call Ashley, and then I'm reminded like everything's all good. They're with me in this whole thing. Johnny Cash is the reason why I wear black. He was on this national platform who didn't care about certain things, but he cared about people. Right now in the society we live in, I think that's kind of gone, man. Like we have people representing us, but it's not like how it used to be. Now it's more like, let's embrace the hate and represent that more than like, hey man, you're going through hardship, I go through hardship, let's go through this hardship together. That resonated with me on there. And there's just some lyrics on there that are just my favorite because of what they say. Lemmy's, you win some, you lose some, but it's all the same to me. I mean, it's true, but I mean, that's just a cool line, period. So a lot of them are cool lines, and a lot of them are like where I am in that place and time of my life. The whole thing was nerve-wracking because I'm this comic book artist. No one's gonna really like dig this concept. So I was like fighting myself on it. And books went to Canada, books went to Spain. I was like, okay, cool, it's kind of catching fire. And then I was posting it on Instagram, and some of the guys actually retweeted it or reposted it on their Instagram stories and stuff like that, like Sendog and Show You Suck and OTEP. So I was like, man, that's really cool that, they're retweeting my stuff or they're showcasing my stuff. I'm just like showing love for them, and they're doing the same thing. But the day I found out that I hit what I wanted to do was someone bought a book and they tweeted about it. And it was a love letter to the book, kind of like balled up a little bit. And I was like, wow, they knew what I was doing. So that moment I was just like, okay, cool. I did what I wanted to do with this book, which was inspire others and to let others know you're not the only one going through certain things, that we're all in this together, and there's a whole community, there's a whole world sharing a similar experience that you're going through.